Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with the Wayfarers. Once again, episode 8, motherfucker, goddamn. What happened last time, you might be asking to yourself? They fought a golem and very nearly took alignment damage in a major capacity. They snuck their way through the very stinky sleeping quarters of the bandits into a spooky golem room, and almost made it rich. But they had to make some unexpected moves. Carl, in a stroke of brilliance, figured out how to deal with the foe, and Nigel, with his swollen arms, was able to bash it in the back in the key spot, and the team now advances in their quest in Wayfarers.
Welcome back, everybody. It is great to see your shining, happy faces once again gathered to explore some deep, dank dungeons in Dungeons & Dragons. 2 episodes in 1 month. It's a Wayfarers record. We haven't done that since the series began. I think Jimothy did a fantastic job recapping the previous episode. We had a lot of development with the characters. Almost turned evil this campaign into an evil one. And Nigel became a melee god, apparently. So, very exciting stuff all around. Yeah, I think, honestly, he did a bang-up job. That's exactly what happened in the last episode. I'm ready to get started in this one. Anybody have any questions or anything they want to say before we just get started?
Well, based on Nigel's feats of strength, if he were to need an honorary Barbarian certificate, I would be able to procure one for him for his mighty deeds. He also seemed to have gained some teeth, figuratively and literally, through the encounter.
Yeah, they still feel a little weird, to be honest. I know they just grew in, but they kind of itch. They itch a little bit.
For people who missed that, Nigel basically got bashed against the wall 17 times and lost all of his teeth like a hockey player. And we have Ribbons, who's a goblin cleric, but his methods are a little bit strange, and he may have gotten some shark teeth mixed in with the human teeth. But, yeah.
He's doing his best. You know, teeth. Teeth is teeth to him.
He's teething.
Exactly. Yeah, I think you guys are pretty much healed up. Let's do a quick check of your characters, because we've done this dungeon now for, like, 3 or almost... This might be the 4th session of doing just this dungeon. You guys are nearing the halfway point. Certainly, we'll get there eventually. Now, you probably passed the halfway point by now. But, well, how are your characters doing? Nigel, how many spells have you burnt through? Are you saving anything? You have any tricks up your sleeve? I know you guys must be kind of worn out.
Yeah, at this point, I think my Pearl of Power shows as being used, so I've used that to regenerate a spell slot already. So I'm mostly out of tricks, other than, rings that we never use.
Right.
Which I think still have spider on it. I'm not quite sure about that.
They do?
They do. They still have the spider on it. Okay.
They still have the spider in it.
34 out of 36 hit points. I have 1 level 1 spell slot, 2 second level, and 1 third level spell slot. So I can only shoot 1 fireball at most. That's, of course, the third level spell slot. And on the second level, things like, mirror image, if I get in trouble again, popping something like that, or just an extra strong burning hands or a catapult. Or the utility, the non-combat spell invisibility is also a second level spell. So I've got 2 of those available. Yeah, and then tier 1, it's like the base level catapults, burning hands, that sort of stuff. Shield, I can pop reactively if I get hit by someone. Probably going to be a good idea to actually use that next time, but I've only got 1 of those tier 1 spell slots left. So my firebolt is right now looking like it's going to be very convenient.
Okay. Yeah, so you're down to your last spell slots. I think that's a total of 4, and then of course you have your cantrips you can rely on. And then Nigel is out of spells, so hopefully you guys can wrap up this dungeon relatively soon. Carl, how about you? How is the Birdbarian doing in his corner?
Thicker than ever. I'm 51 of 71 hit points, and I have 1 Birdbarian rage remaining. I also have a... I drank the strength potion. I tried to use a strength potion to rip off the batteries on the back of it, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
would
I
say I'm
remember-
fairly tired. We haven't had a proper sleep this whole time.
Yeah, well, I'd say in-game time, it's probably been like, I don't know, maybe 2-3 hours or so. So it hasn't been super long, even though it's taken us, quite a long time to get through everything. It's the time dynamic of D&D is combats are supposed to be. I mean, your guys' combat with the golem was maybe like a minute and a half, something like that. It's supposed to be around there. Very quick. Lots of stuff happening very quickly. But
We did spend at least 2 hours trying to get the illusions to bait
You
those
did.
thugs.
that was the majority of the dungeon, was just actually trying to get the illusions to work out properly in the first beginning area. Yep, that's true. That's true. And Mendax, how about you? How is Mendax holding up in the dungeon here?
Quite well. I'm at 42 of 52 hit points. I think I may have already used my Hellish Rebuke. I think I may have used it against an assassin in the first large.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Room.
Yeah.
If I didn't, I've thought about it hard enough that I think it counts at this point.
Okay. Fair enough.
So I don't have my Hellish Rebuke any longer. But considering I think I've only used it maybe 2 to 3 times the entire campaign,
Yep.
I don't think it's that big of a loss. I've got a nice sneaky little prick that's doing some extra D for damage. So I feel like, overall, pretty strong. Not really missing too much other than my fucking cloak. But, one
Oh.
can't have
Patches of
everything,
hair.
I suppose.
We also got the antler of 47 strength.
Yeah, I don't know if it was 47 strength. It was.
I think it was 49, actually.
Yeah.
It was green antler.
Green Atlas
very...
of 49 strength and 69 sexual charisma.
Right.
Nope.
I'm pretty sure that's canon. It's in my notes.
That's not
wouldn't have
mine.
written it
That's
down.
crazy how I didn't write it down. That's weird.
Perhaps you didn't hit save.
Wow. That's
Maybe your
unfortunate
ink
since I'm,
went out.
since I'm the DM, that sucks. It's unfortunate. Next time, remind me, and I'll make sure to write that kind of stuff down. Shoot, dang it. But yes, you guys do have the green antler. You have no idea what it's used for yet, but maybe in this session you will be able to figure it out. Okay, so you guys had just, if we want to pull up the map, now that I have it numbered, so I can just, it took me like 3 sessions to do that, but it's numbered now. You guys had just finished taking down the arcane golem, the valuable crystals, so that's room 7 here at the top right. The valuable crystals that were on its back, sort of the batteries, is what Nigel figured they were used for, that charged up its sort of hyper cannons that it had on its arm, were destroyed or exploded during the encounter. So both of them are unfortunately reduced to dust, which would not be very valuable. I mean, if you want to take it, you can, but it's probably you figure at this point it's just pretty much garbage and trash. So nothing else on the golem there. And there is a door to the other room, leading down to room 8. And in fact, can we start the campaign, or this session off rather, with a perception check? Give me a perception roll, please.
4 plus 5 is 9. Perceptive bird.
Perceptive as heck.
Got a nat 20.
Wow. All right then.
4 plus 2
I
is
ate my
6 on
carrots
blind.
over the break.
I guess
I literally
everybody.
ate a whole bag of baby carrots yesterday.
Yeah, Mendax, you are acutely aware of your surroundings and sort of the all the details of the wall and the doors, and you hear some conversation happening beyond the door to room 8. The Call and Nigel, neither of you sort of catch on. You're sort of recovering still from the battle, and sort of just adjusting. Nigel, you're figuring out how your new teeth work, and if they're all they don't feel like they're your teeth yet. You gotta kind of break them.
How else would they work?
I mean, hey, you ever had somebody else's teeth grow into your mouth? It's a strange feeling, man.
Right, they're
but
probably
yeah.
not all the exact same shape and location either.
Yeah. You know, it would be strange.
Like, trying to get used to the feel. He said trying to figure out how they work.
You don't know if these teeth have
They could be
superpowers.
magic teeth or something.
They
That is
may or may not have superpowers. I can neither confirm nor disconfirm the properties of these new magical or mundane teeth.
Personally, I'm just worried because I do know who imbues ribbons with magic, and let's be real,
true
it
as
wouldn't
well.
be past her to just, put a permanent toothache in there that I might not notice, and then it'll just be with me for the rest of my bloody life.
Unless we take
yeah.
the tooth out. Could knock it out. Knock them all
That's-
the extras ones out for you now, just to be sure.
Have another golem boxing match.
Yeah.
I believe that would be
Some
right
more.
down the Dark Lady's alleyway, making you pick between being a toothless idiot or suffering from the pain of it your entire life. Definitely seems like something that she might be keen on.
Yeah, she'd be pretty happy about that.
Nigel did surf on a golem,
Heck yes.
He did. He did.
and then he
I
were
crashed
jumped
able
into
into
the
to-
the
wall.
air. I stabbed
You-
you, Crystal, with a dagger.
Yeah, you did. You did do all of those things. As you are on literally death's door. You were one turn away maybe from death, but you made it. You
I
absolutely
was
did.
deep enough in shock that I couldn't feel the pain.
Trauma is sometimes a wonderful thing for your body to go through.
Adrenaline.
The adrenaline, yes. Mendax, do you want to do anything with the noises that you hear, or would you rather just, or do you want to ignore them?
Right, no, I want to hold up my hand to my teammates. Someone's talking on the other side of that door. I want to let them know.
Okay.
And then I would like to listen closer to see if I could make out how many voices, see what they're saying. Are they going like, man, really sucks being really awesome prisoners in here? Or, man, we haven't beaten the shit out of anyone in at least 2 days. Can't wait to go murder.
Okay, yeah, those are certainly some conversations I suppose you could hear in a dungeon. You walk over to the door, you sort of keep your team quiet, letting them know that there's conversation happening and you're not alone. You press your ear up to the door, and on the other side you can hear sort of a murmured conversation. It sounds like between two people, and they are arguing back and forth about who is going to investigate the sound that they hear in the room that you guys are in.
Okay. Sounds like 2 of them, you guys. Someone's about to come in here. Sounds like they're scared. So I think we can take them. Doesn't sound like they like fighting very much.
How would you like to proceed? What would you guys like to do? As you're on the door, Mendax, you do sort of just quickly check the handle and you see it is locked.
Good, because that was going to be the next thing I said I did.
Ah, fantastic. Well, there you go.
The door is locked, but I could potentially jimmy it. Just jimmy the lock.
Good Jimmy.
What if we pretended that we were attacked by the golem and we needed their help?
Do you remember the voice of any bandit we've heard? Have we heard the... Yeah, we did. We heard the voice of the sleeping bandit that we tried to eroticize away. Eroticize into a trap. We heard his voice. So, Carl, could you imitate that voice to tell them that it's all clear to come out, and then we jump them?
Oh. Did he sound something like, "Hey, you bastards, get your asses out of here"?
Yeah, sure. Perfect.
I don't
Dead
actually...
on.
I definitely remember the voice of the random character I did 2 sessions ago. For sure. Yep, that sounds exactly like him. Proceed on. Yes, you can, using your Kenku mimicry, you could absolutely imitate the voice of any of the people that you've heard in the last day, we'll say. Just off the top of your head. You have certainly heard some bandits in this dungeon thus far. And could technically imitate the voices of the 2 bandits that you're hearing right now if you wanted to.
Holy fuck, what kind of wizard bastard put this golem together that's shooting all around the room? You 2 idiots come out here and fix this! It's a mess! I said
Is
to
that,
myself.
okay, is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Immediately tell me where all of you are positioned in the room right now without any preparation.
I am like on the corner of the. Since I gave him the idea, I was already readying myself. So
Okay.
we're in room 7, correct? And I was checking
You are
room
in
8.
room 7. Yes.
So,
yes.
there's that 90-degree angle. So I'm waiting on that side of the wall for them
Okay.
to come rushing out so that I can then stab.
Okay,
I've-
sounds good.
Rapier and sneaky prick.
Okay. Neuro, where are you? I would imagine you're somewhere in the middle of the room.
Yes.
And Nigel, where are you at?
I'm behind Mendax, also up against the wall. As soon as she started talking about there being voices, I, while
Okay.
while Carl was talking, I just already was going over to the corner and ushering, of course, my enclave, the inner fillings of our defensive sandwich formation, Ribbons and Goop over with me as well. Because I'm kind of their caretaker at this point in the sandwich, trying to keep them out
Okay,
of
so
harm's way.
you ushered Ribbons over there.
Yeah.
Oh, good call, because he was gonna just be literally standing in front of the door. So
Yeah,
good
at
idea.
this point, I'm kind of leading Ribbons very actively because as useful as he is in combat, he also seems to not be very good at hiding or really aware of the danger of what we're doing.
No, not really. Okay, yeah, sounds good. Yeah, let me bring something up real quick. Hold on.
Oh, I don't like that.
You
sound
hear
nice
the
at all.
what's that? What's that?
It doesn't sound nice at all.
No, I didn't expect such a thing. That's all. You hear the door unlock. You hear the satisfying sort of ka-chunk of a heavy bolted lock unlocking, and the door sort of creak and swing open. And behind the door, Neuro, you see kind of a head peek in. It looks like they're afraid of this room. You immediately get the sense that they never come into this room unless they have to, as it is such a dangerous area to be in. And they peek in and they sort of look at the golem that's there, and they look at you, and they open the door a little bit wider, and you only see one of them peeking their head through, though, Mendax, you did mention that you heard 2 conversationalists, and he'll say, Who are you?
I'm Brock, and I'm mad because these batteries are expensive as hell, and now it's a bunch of dust all over the floor. And if you don't clean this up fast, it's gonna be your ass.
Give me because you're straight up lying to him. Give me a bluff. Or a deception check. Give me a deception check.
I don't remember the name of that person.
It's okay.
I don't think we ever named him. I would just think he had a name.
In fact, give me a deception with disadvantage. Giving a name that he does not recognize makes him trust you even less.
What happens if I rolled a 1?
That would be very bad, but you rolled a 1. I mean, there's no critical fails. It's just the worst that you could possibly do on the check.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. You don't even need to roll the other one because you can't roll lower than that. And he will immediately shut the door, and you hear the lock re-engage. Ka-chunk.
Shit! It was a good try.
What would you guys like to do?
I thought it was an excellent voice. I'm jibbying the lock then? Any objections?
Things are happening as you guys are figuring it out, so you go
Okay.
do whatever you want.
I'm just going to run to the lock and attempt to unlock it.
Go for it.
Okay. Give me a, that would be sleight of hand. Give me your sleight of hand. And you do have the Thieves' Tools, which lets you use your perception on, I believe.
So it's I have sleight of hand +3, so it's 13 +3.
Yeah.
Is it then-
Sorry, your proficiency. I think I said perception. I
Oh,
meant proficiency. Yeah. So sleight of
13
hand. Yep.
+3 +3. Okay, so 19.
19. You open the lock. You feel the tumbler sort of move into place. It was actually a pretty simple lock for you. And yep, boom, it's open. Door's open now.
Okay, I'm going to motion Carl in because I'm going to open the door. Like, I'm opening the door, Carl, and I'm expecting you to go barreling in. I have not explained this to you. I'm just expecting it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you could certainly tell him if you want to.
All right.
Would I know that they didn't buy the whole Brack thing? Or maybe they're just shy?
You could roll insight if you want to give me an insight check.
I will use my bird wisdom.
So wise.
I rolled a 4 + 2 is 6.
Give me a D20. Tell me what you roll.
I rolled a 16.
You think he believed you?
What the hell are you two doing in there? Come back out here and fix this! I would yell as I go in and pursue them.
Okay, so you've opened the door.
Yes.
All right. You open the door to the next room. It is exactly how it looks on the map. There is a door that is straight ahead of you guys that is closed, and there is a door to the left side since you're coming in from room number 7, and a little bit of like a small hallway that's going towards the right, like a little almost storage area, more like. Inside the room, it is... Sorry, let me grab my description here. It looks like this is mainly just like a hallway kind of junction. It doesn't look like it's a overtly special room. You can see though that the torches in this room are Nigel, you can immediately tell that they are actually magical torches. They don't actually require any fuel other than the arcane to keep them lit, and as such they kind of have a bluish purple hue that comes off from the light. It's not like a purple light bulb or anything, but there's like faint glimmers you can see of it coming off of the magically imbued fire. In the room there are you see we'll just call him Bandit number 1. You see Bandit number 1 is over on the other side by the door, speaking to a figure in some, we'll say, gray simple robes. You see another bandit that's literally right next to the door you just opened, who sort of looks over his shoulder and is very surprised to see you. The robed figure on the other side and Bandit number 1 both look over at you as you bust through the door. And there's also some strange creature that is currently moving some boxes around, but it's like it is a monstrous sort of companion of some sort. Nigel, you think this is it's actually, give me an arcane. You might know exactly what it is.
Dice fell off the table.
No worries.
15 plus... We got 6 plus 6 on Arcana, 21.
Got it. Okay, so yes, you would certainly know what this is. This is a creature known as a Nothic. It is a giant... It's like a medium-sized humanoid, so it's about 5-6 feet, but it's hunched over with a lot of spikes on its back, claws on its hands and on its feet. It has one gigantic sort of eye. It looks pretty rough. I can post you a page of it so that you can take a look. I'll post that in our chat. Boom, boom, boom. Just don't look over the stats. I trust you. Just look at the picture. Yeah, and it is hunched over some boxes. It looks like it was moving them around, like it's some kind of like thrall to somebody in the room. They all look up at you. You guys have a round of surprise action. What would you like to do? And who would like to go first? You can do this in any order you'd like. But I will say Colin Mendax will more than likely go first. Or rather, you two can go in any order you want to, but you two have to go before the rest of the 3 in the back room. If that makes sense. It seems like a complicated way to explain it.
It does.
Okay.
I mean, it does not. It makes sense though, because we're the first
good.
people there, and it probably
You're the
would make
first
more
two,
sense.
yeah.
It probably make more sense for me to go first, since Carl thinks that they believed him when he was pouncing in, so he probably wasn't ready to start swinging, whereas I'm always ready to kill. So
Sounds good.
I don't know who programmed that dumb golem, but it malfunctioned and busted. I would say to them.
Call's still trying to go the route of diplomacy. Guys, I've almost convinced them. Give me a little bit more time.
God, I'm right where I want him.
I've got this covered. Leave it to me.
Bunch of lazy bones.
Excuse me. Yeah. So, Mendex, if you'd like to go first, go for it.
Okay. Can I get close enough to the Nothic to attack it? I feel like that's the one that's closest to me, really, because I'd be in the doorway.
So I'll describe it again. You guys are right next to the doorway so you're in that
Right.
little like hallway inlet from 7 to 8. There is one bandit that's right at the end of that entrance. The Nothic is sort of towards the middle of the room and over to the left if you're looking at the map sort of straight on as we are now. And then the robed figure and the bandit are on the other side of the room. The doorway that's across the room from you guys.
Okay, then I probably wouldn't dash past the first bandit. I'll probably just go after him, even though the Nothic looks very scary and quite dangerous.
He's something. Yeah. What do you want to do?
So I'm going to attack him. I've got my rapier and my sneaky prick out.
Okay.
So I'm going to attack him, and since he hasn't attacked yet, I get my assassinate advantage plus cunning strike.
Yeah,
correct?
Yep, that's true. What's your cunning strike do? Remind me.
So my cunning strike. Oh, where'd you go? Sorry. Yeah. So. Oh no, I lied. Not the cunning strike. My sneak attack.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. You get sneak attack, and then yes, your assassinate.
And my assassinate.
Which is all right. Everybody say a prayer for this bandit real quick, and go ahead.
Okay, I got a 16.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to roll for both weapons, correct?
Yes, you do. So I'm assuming that was your rapier.
That was my rapier, and a 17 for the sneaky prick.
And your assassination thing lets you crit your strike if they haven't gone yet, right?
In addition, any hit you score against a creature that is surprised is a critical hit, correct?
Okay, fantastic. How would you like for this bandit to die? He is most assuredly dead.
Without making a sound, I'm not, maybe rapier in the groin, sneaky prick into the side of the temple. Just get both heads.
Wow. That is exceedingly brutal, but sounds good. Yes, you stab him through the groin, which goes up into his sort of stomach and chest cavity, because a rapier is not like a dagger. It's quite large.
It's quite long.
His entrails spill out onto the ground. Blood and other fluid pours out of him, and you stab him in the side of the temple, immediately killing him.
Whoa.
I'm going to lick the blood off my dagger. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to.
I mean, roll Constitution. Fantastic.
You see what happens when you don't listen to Brack?
Oh my gosh.
Going to take it and paint my face in his blood.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Maybe we
Did
do
we
have
end
to
up
look at these
leaving-
alignments again.
Did
we end up leaving the gnome behind, or is he still with us?
No, he is
Yes.
still with you and is terrified. He is convinced now that he is with a worse group of people than
I'll be the
bandits
baddies.
who were feeding him, clothing him at least. They were keeping him a prisoner. He wasn't a fan of that, but he has seen horrors that will shock and stay with him for the rest of his life.
At some point, he has to grow up and understand what world he's living in. He's welcome.
The gnome is older than all of you combined. He is just a
Doesn't
civilian.
matter.
He's like a simple person.
No, he is not. We are far older. We were stoned
Oh, okay.
for how long?
That's you actually, you know what?
That's right.
Technically, you're right. You got me on that one. You got me on that one.
Exactly. He's a baby.
True. You're very true. Yeah, I don't. Give me a d20 roll, Nigel.
17. I'm using up my good rolls before I do any combat. I'm very upset about it.
Sorry about it. Gosh. He literally might run away from you guys. Let me do a wisdom save for him. Mr. Fizz Wimbledon. Very poor. Yeah, he's sort of peeking out the other side. He's trying to figure out what's going on. He turns just like ghost white. All the color leaves his body. You can see he's shaking. And it looks like he's about to throw up. And he runs to the other side of the room, Nigel, and disappears around the corner.
And that's from where we came that he went?
Yes, yeah. He's going back into the sleeping room from what you can tell.
Has Carl had his go yet?
Nope. I was just letting you know
Yeah.
what he's doing.
I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna. I look at it. I'm like, okay. I didn't have time to chase after him. I'm like, yeah, he's not a priority, and I'm gonna pull my wand out.
Okay. Sounds good. Carl, what are you gonna do?
Brack attack!
Okay. There is a very dead bandit in front of you. There's the Nothic, which is sort of a more arcane-imbued creature. The bandit on the other side of the room, and then a robed figure that he is talking to.
The one that the bandit is talking to the robed figure.
Yes.
Who's in range of me? Just the Nothic?
Everybody's in... You have to move, but you could move towards anybody, and you could get to them with ease. Nobody is in range of where you stand since the bandit is dead. Unless you want to attack his corpse, which I suppose you could.
Is the Nothic holding a box?
Yes. So holding a... Yeah, yep. Holding a small crate.
Oh. I will go for the robed person.
Okay. Yeah, go for it. So you will need to move forward, and you'll be in combat range of the bandit and the robed individual. Go ahead and... Are you going to attack the... We'll just call him a mage at this point. Are you going to attack the mage?
Yes.
Alrighty, give me some D20s.
Brack is back! Let's do a scythe bite. We got
Okay.
a 8 plus 6 is 14. 7 plus 6 is 13. And an 18 plus 6 is 24.
The first two are deflected by a shimmer of magic, and the last one hits.
Oh. Well, that's the bite.
Yep. You bite him.
Let's bite him. How much damage is that again? It's a bite. 1d8 plus 3. Seven plus 3 is 10.
Okay, you hit him for 10. He's not entirely pleased with that.
And I restore 4 hit points. And I also
you go.
know what mage tastes like.
Tastes like a human.
No.
Not like any spicier, though.
Nope.
Do all humans taste alike, DM? I mean, according to canon, or like, you know, if they eat a lot of one thing, are they going to taste like that?
Only one way to find out.
Or if they're like really sweaty, do they taste a bit saltier?
You're gonna have to ask Call. Your character would not have access to this information, I'm afraid.
Remembering to ask him about that later.
Sure. Okay, so you deal 10 damage to the guy. Your beak is able to sort of pierce through this shell that's around him, and you take a chunk out of his arm. You rip through his robes. He's bleeding down as this sort of big sort of gash now appears on his arm.
The bite of Brack!
Okay, I don't know why are you Brack? I don't understand. I missed this. How did you become Brack? I didn't understand.
It's because I don't realize that they don't buy it.
So you're
That was
attacking
the,
them.
that was the fake bandit name he gave himself.
Yes.
Ah, okay. I see. Nah, totally caught up now. Thank you for explaining. Yeah, makes sense. Totally makes sense. Fantastic.
He's very mad that they didn't help clean up.
Yeah.
He is.
All they had to
suppose
do
he
was
is.
grab a broom, and now, they're dead and bleeding. It's their own fault.
Yeah. Everyone knows that if you don't agree to sweep the golem room, then you get bitten by a bird.
Yeah, everybody
It's
knows
common
that. It's common knowledge. It
Yeah.
is common knowledge. Nigel, would you like to go, or would you like Ribbons to go first? I leave it up to you. He's a NPC character, so it's kind of your
Yeah,
choice.
I'm gonna run on in, and so I'm gonna run up to the wizard. And how far is or this robed figure anyway? I'm assuming he's a wizard. How far away is he from me? Mage.
Yeah, so you're up. You sort of peek. You're around the corner in the room 7. So we'll go about 55, 60 feet away from you, from where your current position is.
And how far can I move in a turn?
30 feet.
30 feet. Oh, okay. All right. So I will move closer. I won't be able to get in range of a poison spray, and I'll just fire a firebolt at him.
Okay, sounds great. Go ahead. And what is the thing he has to roll for that again? Refresh my memory. Sorry.
So I've got a roller to hit. So I rolled
Ah.
18. Let me check. So firebolt is 18 plus 6, 24, and that should be against.
Wow. Yeah. No, you're against his AC. Yeah. It's just his armor.
Should just be against his AC, right? Yeah. I think
Yep.
so.
Yeah, the firebolt is most certainly going to hit him. Go ahead and give me some damage.
Did we always have the ability to roll in D&D Beyond just by clicking on the thing? By the way,
Yes.
I think that. Yeah, I believe so.
that's the first time I've accidentally clicked on it and it rolled a dice on my screen, and I was like, "Whoa, what's going on here? This is crazy." I haven't seen this functionality before.
There's stuff we've not like fully utilized in D&D Beyond, only because I sort of like the manual process of it myself. Yeah, if you press cast, I believe it does it for you.
Mendax rolled a custom 9.
I know, just playing with it. You can roll to everyone, not just yourself, I think, so you can lie.
I rolled a 5 and a 10, 5 and a 2, so a 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay. The bolt of fire streaks through the air. You sort of feel, or not feel rather, but you see the blue shell, which you have recognized as like a mage armor type spell, sort of crackles and shatters around where the firebolt hits him, and it smacks him in the side of the face. He recoils in pain. His hat is on set aflame for a moment, and he puts it out. He looks really pissed. And I guess that leaves Ribbons. Oh, Mr. Ribbons, what are you going to do? My boy is kind of running out of spells. So,
Does he have cantrips?
he does.
Huh.
They're not super useful, but they're there.
What about the greater cantrip of super usefulness?
Nope, he doesn't really have that one, unfortunately. I didn't take it.
No.
Let's see. Ribbons is going to cast Word of Radiance. He kind of steps out into the hall a little bit so that he can see the enemies. He raises his sort of barbed wire effigy into the air. Some sort of swirling black light appears around his hands, and the three, the bandit, the wizard, and the Nothic, you sort of see almost like a little, like, negative energy lightning bolt sort of zap down and hit them. Let's see if it does anything, though. Gotta do some rolls for them real quick. This is for the Nothic. Wizard and the bandit. Okay, so for the Nothic is able to sort of, it doesn't look like it affects him much, but the bandit and the mage, it will, I believe, let me triple check my numbers here. Yep, it will hit both of them and deal some damage. Fantastic. And, okay, yeah, it does that much.
How much?
Yeah, it does a number.
Oh, good job, Ribbons.
Thank you. Okay, now it is the enemy's turns, and they are rather unhappy. The mage is going to go first. And what is he going to do? Do-do-do. Sorry, he's had a lot of things he can do.
Is it a wizard or a sorcerer?
It is a mage, is what his name is.
Oh.
He's mage.
Wait, is that his name as well? His parents name him Mage. And just like hope for the best.
No one's ever asked him. Who knows?
No one's ever asked this person his name?
No one's asked him his name. Not you guys, anyways.
Well, you said his name was Mage.
He is going to... He is going to do two things. The first thing he does, he sort of swirls his hands into the air. He has like an orb in one of them, sort of a clawed, almost disfigured clawed hand grasping one of that orb. And he sort of circles his other hand around it, and he draws out like a seam of mist and throws it onto the ground. He disappears in a sort of cloud of mist and appears behind Ribbons in the other room. And he also holds that same orb into the air, and you can see the it's sort of like it's like a crystal ball kind of thing, right? You see that there is fire starting to sort of well up inside of the orb itself, and he's sort of waving his hands around it, trying to stoke the flames until it reaches a critical mass, and he throws it into the room that you guys are all standing in, and it shatters on the ground, consuming the room in an inferno of flames. Everybody give me a dexterity roll.
Fuck me. Okay.
Except for Ribbons, he's actually too far away. Never mind, he's fine.
I was worried he was going to kill Ribbons. Okay. 11 plus 6.
It's a dex save.
17.
A dexterity save.
5 plus 3 is 8.
Okay,
13
so you got
for me.
8, 13, and what'd you get again, Mendax?
17.
Okay, Mendax, you are going to take half damage from the fireball that he has cast.
Is it also half of that as well because I'm resistant to fire?
I actually don't know how double yeah, actually it would be because you avoided it, and it makes sense to me. So yes, you would take half.
Cool,
half of
to
that
damage
as well.
it is then.
You're gonna take a quarter of the damage. Let me go ahead and roll it real quick.
Uh-oh.
Oh god.
Hold on, Nigel.
About to be 3 fire crotches in here.
Alrighty, everybody takes 25 damage.
Yikes.
Except for Mendax, you take a fourth of whatever that is.
Doesn't divide equally, but like 9, right? About 9.
Yeah, so half it and then round down,
6.
and then half it again and round down.
Okay, I was thinking like 8 times 4 is 24. Yeah, probably should have just done that. Yeah, so
I want to
round
make
down,
fun of
so
you,
6,
but
yes.
in my head, I did the exact same thing.
I don't know why it turns out so differently. I'm like, no, 8 times 4 is 24, so take it. So it'd be 8, but then I was rounding up because it's, less than 25, so it'd be like 8.25. So Probably write
Yeah,
that tonight.
I believe because there is multiple ways you could quarter it. I suppose I believe the way that D&D does it, if you go half and then half again, so half and then round to whatever you need to. In D&D, it's always round down, and then half it again, round down if you need to. Yeah, 25 damage to everybody in the room as the room explodes in a flash of flames. The cacophony of fire, it expands, basically filling the entire room with this sort of pyroclasm.
Would that hit the creature and the bandit as well?
Yes,
that was
it absolutely
going to be my
does.
next question as well.
The bandit is a skeletal husk, charred ashes and bones, and the Nothic is still alive, but grievously wounded and seared. His flesh is seared. You can see there's sort of skin that's melted off of his bones. He roars out and screams in agony and pain.
Look at the special effects there with Nigel. He's actually on fire at home.
Dang.
Wow.
That was incredible. The production costs for this show have really gone through the roof in season 2.
Season 2, we've amped it up,
good.
guys.
Yeah.
We've amped up. Yeah, we've got money now for disposable lighters.
Don't forget to use your Prime Gaming subscription
That's right.
on twitch.tv/Neuro to allow me to purchase such great business expenses, which Neuro will absolutely be paying me back for.
Reimburse.
Worth
Yep, there we
it.
go. Perfect.
Every substitution gets another Bic lighter.
If you think about it, a Prime sub is approximately worth one lighter.
Prime sub is
Maybe two.
actually
way,
it's
yeah.
not even one lighter.
It's not even one. It's not even one.
I feel like how much is a lighter now? Like at least $4, right? 3 to 4.
You could get a shitty lighter.
That is
Might be
true.
able to
Maybe
get a.
you get a little
used
box of matches
Yeah, I think you get a matchbox, which they give you for free at most places.
at shitty motels.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, the mage does that, and the Nothic is going to. Let's see. Call will be closest to him, so he is going to attack Call. He. Yeah, this looks great. That is such a... Okay, I hadn't read its abilities fully. I knew most of what it could do. This is a strange thing that it can do. I don't see an application for it in the slightest. He is... You see his gigantic one eye sort of flare up this... What's that?
Sorry, no, it was. I'll say it later. It's
You
fine,
got
I'm
something to
sorry.
say,
I'm
man?
sorry.
No. I'm sorry. I was just doing my combat, my
sorry,
turn.
I
You go.
really
No.
am sorry.
Let's just hear what you have to say. I'm just curious.
I was
now.
going to
What do you? Yeah.
Are you really going to make us fight a very large one-eyed monster?
Oh, yeah!
That was the joke. That's the joke. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a big dick joke. That's why I said never mind.
We're gonna pound it to meat twice daily.
You're gonna never mind a dick joke in Wayfarers.
Nigel, jump on the back of it and ride that one-eyed monster.
The shit I put up with.
If we stab through it, does that count as docking?
You know what?
Because we've penetrated the one-eyed monster.
You know, Call, it's crazy. I said it attacked you. Funny enough, at the last moment, it just decides out of the blue, whoa, it's gonna attack Mendax instead. Crazy turn of events. Mendax, take a Constitution saving throw.
It's actually going to attack her. Wow.
I just can't help it. They always come for me. Um, 14. No, that's a 15. That's not a 12. 17.
17. All right, you. Nothing happens.
I mean, that
Just
normally
no.
happens as well when I'm around one-eyed monsters.
Just no.
Typical, really.
Does the Nothic start saying stuff about it's not normally like this? Don't worry,
It
just
calls
give
me
me
a
a moment.
fat, ugly bitch and it walks away.
Jesus
You're
Christ.
practically bitch anyway.
Oh my god.
I was only over here because I was bored.
I try to put a couple of cool arcane monsters in the game. I try to vary it up. You know, yeah, they've been fighting bandits a lot lately. Let's try to, let's throw in some neat creatures for them. They'll appreciate that. You know, a little bit of variety.
Always
Can't win.
appreciate a good one-eyed monster.
I cannot win. That's what I put up with. 2 seasons of this shit so far. 2 whole seasons. Can you believe it?
Sorry. I mean, I legitimate apologies, DM. Be sorry.
Too late for that.
She's
Damage
consistent,
has
at least.
been done. It is consequently your turn.
It's my turn.
Nope, Mendax's turn.
No.
Okay, well then I'm going to attack the one-eyed monster.
All right. What are you gonna do? Stab it?
I'm going to try the double stab again.
All right. Let's see.
Alright, so...
Wow, you miss crazy. That's insane.
So I went rapier first, and it's 16, and the next one is a 19 from a sticky prick. But it's not sneak attack damage, so I guess it doesn't matter.
And 19. Yep, both of those will hit. Go ahead and give me some damage.
Let's go. Okay, 1d8.
What are all
plus
the
3.
all the triggers for your stealth? Let me see.
It's if it's in combat with someone else.
Yeah,
if it hasn't
that's the
attacked
big
yet.
one. Yep.
Wait, no, it did attack yet. It attacked me. It just didn't do anything.
If you have advantage on the attack roll, or if another enemy is within 5 feet, the enemy isn't incapacitated and you don't have disadvantage. So yeah, you would need someone else right there with you. So
Right. Yes.
okay,
So-
fair enough.
I appreciate you checking though, because God knows I do miss out. on
Yeah, I
that.
mean, rogues
Like,
are they're
everyone
like, depending on the path of rogue you take, there are some that are just like, okay, it would be shorter to list the situations where you do not sneak attack because it's insane.
Also, you know, I'm not the best at remembering
That's okay.
or maths apparently tonight. Okay, 1d8 plus 3, so it's a 7 plus 3, so it's a 10 for the rapier,
Okay.
and then it is a d4 plus 3 for the sneaky prick, and that is a 2 plus 3, so a 5, so 15.
15 total. Alrighty. You stab down into the shoulder of the creature. Some of the flesh sort of slews off as it's been melted. And it's almost like you stab him with a crunch, almost as if you're kind of stabbing into a potato chip. In a way. It's in pain. It's unhappy.
It's a potato monster.
Well, I mean, its flesh is all crispy now from the fire. Okay, fantastic call. Your turn. What are you doing?
Am I out of range of the wizard?
Yes, it teleported behind where Ribbons is at.
The bastard.
Yes.
Well, then I'll get the Nothic thing.
Ooh, I'm gonna be able to do a second fireball. Sick. Okay. Go ahead and attack the Nothic.
Hey,
Listen, I never get to do cool shit with my NPCs. They all die instantly.
You've had a shit ton of really awesome NPCs, though, the ones that
I
we've
have,
got to
thank you.
interact with. Bumblebore
Maybe you could have interacted with this one. Maybe I had a whole lore planned out for the poor Nothic. And all it gets is jokes.
I'm gonna go for a scythe bite scythe this time.
All right, scythe, bite, scythe.
You're going to put it in your mouth.
Look, I've bitten worse things so far than this. Okay, the first one is a 1 plus.
Okay.
Uh,
Wait, I'm sorry. You rolled a 1?
are you sorry?
No, I just want to know. I just wanted to clarify. Sorry to interrupt you. Clarifying. You rolled a 1?
Affirmative.
All right, we'll stop there. Go ahead and give me a d20 roll. As you know, critical misses are pretty bad.
And pretty frequent for Carl, the Kenku.
It happened a lot, yeah.
An 18.
An 18. Wow, that's really high. That was a scythe roll?
Yeah.
Give me the damage for that roll.
Damage for the scythe. D12 plus 4. I'm not raging. 8 plus 4 is 12.
All right, 12 damage. The sort of like unsightly nature of the creature in front of you, it throws you like off guard, and it sort of it's like almost freaks you out in a way. This is like a terrible looking horrific creature. It sort of shrieks of agony are getting to you, and you falter for a second. Your stance is not as true as you would have liked it to be, and you trip forward, stabbing your scythe down into Mendax's thigh and dealing however much damage you just said.
12.
12 damage to Mendax.
Sorry.
Yeah, whoop.
Oops.
Oopsie doopsie. Yes, the rest of your attacks all are sort of forfeit from that, unfortunately. Rolling ones are extremely bad in my world.
I would like to let a long drawn out sigh. That's a bonus action.
Okay, you do so. Mendax, yes, the scythe sort of stabs down and goes through your thigh, sort of pierces through to the other side, and Call very quickly removes that. But it hurts.
Any higher and it would have hit my one-eyed monster.
What?
Hard banned from my campaigns. If I ever have another one, there's no shot. No shot.
Oh, yeah!
I've lived hard and proud where I could.
That's true. I can't argue with that. Nigel, it's your turn. You've seen the travesty unfold of Call wounding Mendax even further. The mage rather, has teleported behind you and behind Ribbons. What would you like to do?
So at this point, I'm pretty sure the wand in my hand is literally, basically my skin is melted to it a little bit from how badly burnt I am. So,
Yeah.
I swearing under my breath at the fact that neither of my comrades seems to realize that the dude that just shot a fireball at us just might be the biggest threat in the room. I'm going to run back towards the room we came from, and I'm going to pull out one of my got a 3.5 pound rock that I've got in my pocket.
Okay.
Always carrying my rocks, and I am going to try and catapult that straight at this guy.
All right.
So the question is, do I level 1 or level 2? I think we're going to do a level 2 catapult spell right at this guy.
Sounds good.
And let's hope he's... So it's a dex saving throw of 14.
Dex saving throw. As you know, Mage is super dexterous. Let me see. What was it again? 16.
14.
14. He fails. Is
Thank
not
the
able
Lord.
to dodge out of the way in time as the rock hurtles towards his head.
Catapult launch.
All right. 4d8 damage.
Woo!
Open fire.
4 brings it to 12. 3 is 15. And another 4 is 19.
All right, 19 damage. Yes, you catapult this large stone towards the head of this mage. Its skull caves in with a sickening thud and crunch. You hear the bones break. Blood and gray matter sort of just starts seeping out of its face as it collapses to the ground. It did.
Whoa.
I would look more victorious and satisfied if I wasn't burnt to a crisp.
He got some good damage in on you guys for sure. Mage is
Did
not even
Ribbons
once.
get hit by the fireball, by the way?
I know, because Ribbons is like in the other room still.
Oh, because he's still in there, right?
Yeah, so he wasn't. He actually wasn't in range. In order to hit you three, it wasn't a large enough radius to hit him as well. So Ribbons is chilling. Anything else you want to do, Nigel, on your turn? You still have your movement.
We've cleared the room out, haven't we? Oh, there's nothing still there.
Nothing is still up.
Yeah, I mean, I ran back towards the other room, so I'm probably kind of back in the doorway between the two rooms. I'll just stay there for now.
Okay. It is in fact Ribbon's turn. He sort of feels the gust of wind as this boulder whizzes past him and kills the mage behind him. He sort of just very slowly shuffles forward into the other room, peeks around the corner, and sees that there is still one enemy remaining. And he does the same cantrip, where he sort of calls down this negative energy-looking lightning bolt. Let's see if he hits.
The word of radiance.
Word of radiance. It does. It does, in fact, manage to hit. And it will do...
If he's a cleric of the pain goddess, would his word of radiance be more like, yeah?
There is no verbal component to this one, so he sort of just lifts his hands into the air and channels the radiant energy of the Dark Lady into pain. Yeah, this sort of, again, it's a very strange looking phenomenon to view. The best way I could describe it is like the negative energy sword from Mandalorian, kind of like that sort of vibe, where it's light, but it's just purely black and purely dark, with some sort of red interlay within it, I suppose, to give you the full fluff. It sort of zaps down and shocks this creature for a moment, and the Nothic collapses to the ground. It was on its last legs, and Ribbons was able to dispatch the creature in the end.
Good job, Ribbons.
Thank you.
I thought he was supposed to be the healer, and he's dispatching monstrous creatures.
Well, in times of great need, suppose I can channel the more painful sides of magic.
As a bonus action, can I give him a crisp high five?
Yeah, you can. He'll look at your hand and not really know what to do.
Ribbons, put your hand like this. We'll hit it at the same time.
Yeah, he sort of raises his hand meekly into the air.
I'll hit it.
Ow.
And then I'll wipe the slime off on my leg.
Yeah, for a as you sort of slap, he sort of does a hand hug, and he just grabs your hand for a moment. You feel his cold and sweaty palms as he sort of just lets his hand fall. That was fun.
Oh,
High fives are cool.
he's into it. Let's go.
He'll walk over to Nigel. Nigel, high five. And he doesn't really even yeah. He just kind of goes forward and he grabs your hand for a moment. He kind of interlocks his fingers in between yours.
Ow! Ow! I'm burnt. Please stop.
Oh, let me tend to your wounds, Nigel. He sort of assesses you guys. How much damage have you all taken?
I'm at 30 of 71.
9 of 36.
24 of 52.
So everybody is extremely wounded.
That was
All
my
right.
bad. Sorry, Mendex.
Don't mention
It was a clean cut, though, I will say. Very clean.
Oh,
No,
Good. I was worried.
Clean slice, dude. Clean slice.
I knew the second he rolled a 1, I was like, ah, fuck. I'm gonna get it.
Ah, it's coming up.
It's
Um,
gonna get penetrated one way or another. Hey.
let me see if I can finagle some D&D shenanigans here.
Love shenanigans.
So Ribbons, one of his abilities is Aura of Vitality, where he can use a bonus action to have one creature in the aura regain 2d6 hit points. And you can do this for up to a minute. So if he can only take an action every 5 seconds, that would be 12 actions. And if I average it to about 7, basically he can heal you guys for a total of 84 HP. And I will let you assign that 84 between yourselves as you would like. But basically for the next minute, Ribbons just sits in the middle of the room sort of chanting and humming as this sort of blackish swirl of mist and energy permeates from him and starts to stitch up your wounds with a cold and sickly sort of feel to it. So yeah, you have 84 hit points you guys can heal, but it's spread between all 3 of you, so you need to figure out who's going to get how many.
I'll take 30.
You two take priority.
I don't think you're really low. I need 28 to be full. Nigel, how much do you need?
Well, what if you two max out? What's that?
You're asking me. I literally said earlier that 24 could be divided by 8 4 times. Like,
So yours was what,
Monka-ass
28?
math.
28.
Okay.
Don't ask the rogue to do the math.
Wait, wait. I need 28. Carl,
You need
how much
28.
do you need to be full?
41.
41.
28 plus 41.
That is exactly
69.
69. I'm shit you not.
I think you guys should take the 69. I'm going to continue to be very safe. So if you two just 69... I'll be over here. I'll take the remaining 15.
God, why do you? I'm doing my best down here, man. Like, what are we doing? Why do you gotta do this? I don't need your help. I don't need that influence, okay?
He was just saying a number.
Yeah, no, you're right. Just a number.
No.
After 68, before 70. Nothing weird about it.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Oh,
All right, so that leaves you with 15 HP, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait.
you would get 15.
Hello?
What is that noise? Hello?
Fire alarm test, sorry.
Nice. 15 HP to you then, Nigel. If Colin Mendax heal back up to full, which will put you, I think, at -10. And this is probably a pretty decent spot to take our mid-session break, since Pig is having some fire alarms. Let's maybe make sure it's not a real fire alarm. That would be bad.
Yeah, they haven't actually given the warning saying it's a test yet.
Yeah,
so
why
I
don't
better
you
go
go
check that
investigate
my building's
that?
not burning down.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
yeah.
it's like Dungeons and it's happening for real.
It's
There's a
the
mage.
it's the revenge of the fire mage. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take a quick
The
break.
fireball went through the monitor.
Nigel's gonna run from the fire, and we'll return in a few moments with Wayfarers. Stay hydrated and out of the fires.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with Wayfarers in an episode so hot that it set off Pig's fire alarm IRL. We continue with Wayfarers.
An update. They think someone may have been smoking in the fire stairs. So yeah. Thankfully, there is a literal fire station 100 meters from my house, basically, like really close. So they were there before I even got downstairs. Yeah, that was fun.
Easy.
The only time
Jesus.
when people are going to be using the stairs in the building ever, when we're evacuating. That's about it.
Well, glad to hear that. Seems like everything's safe for now. Yeah, you guys, you're basically all healed back up. You have 2 different directions you, in theory, could go. We'll just start back up here. You've killed all of the individuals. I'm assuming. Do you want to loot them? Anything like that?
1000% yes.
1000%.
What that
needed
means is
1001.
she wants to loot them
Damn.
and then double check, triple check, quadruple check up to 10 times. That's how you
Strip them
1000%
of
loot.
all their belongings, inventory down everything they have.
I would like to, like, crush their bones for the marrow.
Ah, okay. Well,
all of
the Nothic is it's just like a creature. It doesn't have any like pockets or anything like that. There's nothing really to loot from him.
Doesn't have
The
like a hood.
The 2 bandits are charred, just ash remains, and the mage is the only one that's still alive. Or, well, not alive, but like in one piece.
Intact.
Intact, yeah, basically.
You could take his robes and make a cloak.
Yeah, if somebody wants to check him, you can.
I mean, I would definitely check him, but Nigel is closer, so I feel like if Nigel has the same impetus, then he would go first.
Yeah, I'll take. I'd be taking a look. I'd rifle through the pockets at the very least.
Okay. Give me a d20.
I am not so gifted at rifling through the dead. 4.
Total 4. Got it.
Sorry, what was I rolling? Because there's
you're
no
just
plus,
rolling
right?
D20. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like
don't
4, and I was like plus, and then I was like,
Well-
you just said roll a d20, actually.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You find a tarnished bronze ring.
Whoa. Is that Biss?
No.
Damn, if I rolled a 20, it would have been something really sick.
It would have been a shiny bronze ring. Woo! Yeah, that's it.
The
That's pretty
inventory.
much all he
No
had on him.
worries.
And then there is, so the room again that you guys are in, it looks like this is a storage area. There are sort of miscellaneous crates that are being stacked around. It looks like that's what they were, that's what the Nothic was doing, is it was using its sort of more superhuman strength to move around these large crates. Bandits were probably standing guard, and then the mage was presumably commanding the Nothic to move things around. There's the, just to sort of refresh your memory of the room, you can see on the map, of course, there's a, if you're looking with the golem room behind you, room number 7 behind you, there is a long hallway that goes down, that's in front of you guys. If you were to just keep traveling forward, there is a door to the left that goes into, looks like a separate sort of isolated room, and then there's sort of just more storage area to your guys' right, where boxes and boxes are sort of piled and stacked on each other.
Can I check and see what's in the boxes?
Yeah, absolutely you can. You just want to go to some random one?
Yeah, I could go to the one that the Nothic was carrying.
Most of the boxes, including that one that it was carrying, were in the room itself are burnt and destroyed for the most part. The contents of them are sort of charred remains. It looks like some of them just had different sort of cloth materials, different sort of, some of them were like dry goods and food. But you can't really figure what was in the one that the Nothic was carrying. The ones that are in the storage area are more intact and less on fire.
He cooked our quest. The bastard. He should have listened to Brack. Then none of this would have happened.
You know that the rations that you guys are looking for were in some pretty large crates. You don't know if these are specifically the ones, but they could be.
Well, I'll check and see if any of the boxes are good.
Okay. Give me a d20.
Right. A 6.
A 6. You can see that there are about, just as a quick estimation, about 12 to 15 or 16 crates that are stored in this area that are sort of stacked on top of each other that looks like they are unbroken and still intact.
Nice. I would like to communicate to Mendax and Nigel and Ribbons that this is the good shit that we may need to bring back to the town eventually.
One thing you guys want to maybe start thinking about is how you are going to do that.
No, we'll have Nigel carry it. He's been strong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ripped. Ripped AF.
I mean, have you seen his
True.
lats?
I have.
Gargantuan.
No.
Massive. What would you guys like to do now? Presumably, you have found the rations in this room. Most of them. Some of them have been destroyed, unfortunately. From what you can assume, about maybe 5 or 6 boxes, 5 or 6 crates are unusable. And then there's about 12 to 15, by your rough estimation, that are stored in that area that you can take. So, up to you what you guys want to do at this point. There's still basically a whole nother couple sections of the dungeon. Or you can start trying to figure out, yeah, you guys just let me know what you want to do.
The only room that we haven't been in would be 9.
There are many rooms you've not been in.
Yeah, if we keep going down straight, then we haven't gone to 10, 11, 12, 13, or 14, or the little rooms past 14.
Mm-hmm.
Or 9.
No.
Yeah, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. That whole sort of bottom half of the dungeon you guys have not been through.
Well. Can I check the other hallway? Kind of on the left of room 8? It'll
Yeah,
probably
so
there.
the left of room 8 heading to room 9
No, the other
is
way.
Left looking at the map, so the little
That's
storage
sorry,
area.
yeah. That storage area is where those crates are.
Oh, great. So
Yeah.
now we know where the goods are.
Yep.
Well, then I'll
Exactly.
go
That's
the
where all
other the other way.
Okay, so there's a door preventing your access to the hallway to go into room 9, and a door preventing your access to get to room 10 or 14. Or sorry, a door in the way for both of those. Both of them are locked.
Can I go toward room 9?
You can. There is a locked door in your way preventing you from entering the hallway, though.
Mendax!
Are you gonna...
Yeah?
Could use your sleight of hand over this way.
I could use a not unpunctured leg.
Sorry.
It's a bit healed. There is a scar, though.
Yeah, it's okay. Scars are hot.
It makes you look tough.
No worries. No one sees there anyway. I wear pants all the time. Okay.
Yeah, it's locked. The door
Okay.
is sort of charred, and you can still see some embers that are starting to go out from the fireball that had filled the room previously.
Could I, investigate around the door to look for traps?
Yes, give me an investigation.
It is a 1 plus 6.
You actually do see the remains of what looked to be a trap, but the fireball seemed to have destroyed it. So there's like some wires that are sticking out that are broken. So it looks like the trap does not work anymore.
No.
Ooh. Glass half full. Mage burned his own trap.
There you go.
So stupid. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and try to unlock the door.
Yep, give me a sleight of hand.
It is a 9 plus 3 plus 3. So 15.
15, you are able to unlock the door. It does stick a bit with sort of the lock itself has been sort of damaged, it seems like a bit, but you are able to sort of jimmy it open.
All right. I will jimmy it open
Mm-hmm.
But just a crack. Give it a quick listen, see if I can't hear anything.
Yeah, so it's the hallway that will lead you to room 9. You don't hear anything on the other side, and you kind of peek through. You don't see anything. There are the same sort of torches, magically imbued, that are casting some shades of blue, red, as the hallway descends further to room 9.
All right. I guess I will just move forward then.
Let's check it out.
Sounds good. You proceed forward down the hallway. Nothing out of the ordinary happens. The air becomes a bit more cool and refreshing as you proceed forward.
That's nice. It's been
Most as
stuffy
if
through most of this place.
This area is maybe just a bit nicer kept, sort of deal. What's the plan? You guys gonna you reach the end of the hallway to where it's going to turn to the right. Who is in the front?
I think I'm still in the front, and I would like to keep my back against the wall and just give a bit of a peek around the corner.
Okay, you peek around the corner into another door. This one is a bit nicer looking. It's not made of wood. It looks like it is made of wood, but it looks like there is stone and iron sort of inlaid throughout it in sort of a more nice looking design. More reinforced.
But still, fuck doors.
But still.
Always.
Right.
Fuck doors. That's on period.
I'll go back to the previous room and be like, Nigel, Ribbons, come on. Come on.
While he's doing that, I want to investigate this door for traps.
Okay, give me an investigation. Call, what do you want to do?
Going back to get them and say, come on, over. Go this way.
Let's go, guys. All right.
Nigel, are you doing anything about Fizz Wimbledon not being with your group anymore, or just, screw that guy?
Oh, yeah, Carl. Fizz ran off, but I figured what was the point. Hopefully we meet him outside, but otherwise, fingers crossed he makes it out safely.
Or is he perturbed by Mendak stabbing that poor chap in the crotch?
I don't think the crotch stab up into the entrails and then seeing everything fall out through the wound when she pulled the blade out did him any good.
Yeah, it was pretty gross. I could understand.
You guys have a sort of brief moment of clarity at how desensitized to the horrific things you have experienced in this past, I guess it would be like 400, 500 years since you set off on your journey.
We have a pretty bloody profession.
Yep.
We've killed a lot of people.
Mendax, what did you roll in your investigation?
I rolled a 12 plus 6, so an 18.
In 18, you do not see any traps. However, nope, no however, actually. Just you don't see any traps. Never mind.
Trying to read your elusive face.
Yeah.
Impossible.
Poker face, this one. Not gonna get anything out of me. That's right. I'm an iron stone shell.
A poker face tosis, that's what they call him.
That's what they call me out in LA. Raking in all the poker chips.
Alright, well then I think I'm just gonna go ahead and go for the old lock Jimmy.
Okay, give me a lock Jimmy check.
What? That's an 18 plus a 3.
You
So
see
that's
that
a
the doors
57. By
All
my
right.
maths.
by your math. Wow, by everyone else's math, that's a 21. But hey, you know what?
A 57 to pick the lock.
It's just like your opinion, man.
It's just like you. Exactly.
Just like your opinion, man.
You go to pick the lock. It's actually not the door. It's not. Rather, you go to sort like. All right, let me find the keyhole. All this other stuff. There's no like door key sort of area. There's no handle. Nothing like that. It doesn't look like it's opened via a locking mechanism. You sort of push on the door a little bit, and you do see that there's sort of this shimmer of almost radiance, like a little shimmer of what you can now tell in your travels is probably some magic fuckery that keeps this door closed.
Magic fuckery.
Yeah, that's right.
Magic tier, not god tier though. No door god was involved here.
Not from your understanding, anyways.
Nigel, they put a seal of greater fuckery on this door. Can you fix it?
Top tier fuckery happening.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
Are you okay?
The door says fuck off.
No,
Well, fuck you, door.
that's rude.
Who the fuck do you think you are? I'm gonna kick the fucking door. No,
You kick the door?
no, not really.
Oh, okay. Maybe we don't have those outbursts then in the future.
She just had an injury.
It was internal monologue, obviously.
Okay. Well, in a forum where we communicate to each other based on speech and conversation, it is a bit difficult to know whether something is an internal monologue or not.
Can't you read a facial expression?
Listen, she's done worse in this campaign, for sure. Than kicking a door. Yeah, Nigel, you
So
walk at the
can I-
door. Yeah, give me an arcane if you actually want to know what's going on.
let's actually consult my knowledge and see if I sense something, eh? 10 plus 6, 16.
16. You can tell that there's some magic fuckery happening upon this door. And that it is enchanted to stay shut unless a specific person or phrase or object or spell is cast within its vicinity.
Tom's middle name.
You
Oi,
don't know
dickhead.
this yet, Call, but it's okay.
Oi, dickhead, open up. Password. Bandit password. There might be
are
a
you doing?
password, or there could be some sort of spell to let it open. It's an enchantment. I don't have any way of breaking through. Normally, we'd need to find maybe there's a magic item or something we could break to get in. Otherwise, it's probably, hopefully, there's some other way around. By the way, this is the, where is this door? By the way, which one is this?
This is the door into room 9. So
Cool.
down the hallway,
Down the hallway,
through the
yeah.
bend, and then whoop, nice looking door. Yeah, your attempts to just talk at the door and hopefully say a magic phrase do not work.
Melon.
Nope.
No.
The door springs open. Whoa.
Whoa!
No.
Carl, what about that antler? Could the antler open the door?
That's worth a try. I do have, I have the green antler. We'll take out the green
Yeah.
antler and go boom shakalaka boom.
Okay, you do that. Nothing else happens.
I would like to hold it out a bit further and just go, ah!
I also pull out my hot sauce and I shake a few drops on the door, like a priest with holy water.
The
Power of Sriracha compels you.
yeah, surprisingly, crazy enough, nothing happens. Whoa, insane.
I want to. I would like to think of all the terrible things that these bandits have done to the very nice people who have helped us since we've awoken. And I would like to let that anger fill me. And I want
Okay.
to channel it towards my hand with the ring. And then put that hand out on the door.
What ring? Which ring are you talking about?
My spider ring.
Okay. Okay, yes, you let your sort of hate flow through you and into the ring. Sort of globs of venom begin to appear, and you can hear them sizzle upon the door. However, when you move your hand away and the venom drips off, it looks as if the door is unscathed. You have used your once per day ring activation.
I don't ever remember to do it in battle.
Nobody
it's
in my
fine.
campaign does. You've not ever.
Hey,
didn't-
Nigel
no,
has.
No,
Nigel
I did
has.
it against the Leech King. I used the venom and I put it on my arrow before I shot it at him.
Oh, did you? Okay. All
I
right. Fair
did.
enough.
Did you,
It was
did you
the
miss
only-
the
It was
arrow?
the only thing that hit him. I
Fair
did
enough.
so use it.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Thank you. Thank you. Anything else you guys would like to try? You have as much time, presumably, as you'd like. You can think it over.
Got to be something.
I mean, we may be able to find a password or some sign of how to enter if we find the one who enchanted it. I mean, it may have simply been the mage we already killed, but all I found was
Could
this
be.
tarnished bronze ring. And I guess I tried pressing that up on the door, but
Didn't the mage
Wow.
have an orb?
It works.
Wait,
you
really?
press the ring to the door. Yes.
oh really?
Whoa.
Yes.
Like it was
You press
so
the ring
not
to
true.
the door, and it begins to crack open. What do you mean, really? What?
I don't know why. I
You
really.
said it the same tone that you said, like, well, you did it and nothing happens. And now you're like, yeah, you did it. And the
You
door
did it,
opens.
And the door opens.
This ring just looks so shit. I didn't think it could be a key or anything. I was like,
Were you expecting like a abacus of fucking greater enchantment?
yeah, thought I'd try some magic or some shit, you know?
I was literally going to, like, slice my hand to try blood magic. Like,
Jesus
I was
Christ.
going to damage a try to
Alright.
open this.
I give you guys a puzzle that literally requires like a history check and to go back, and you guys figure that out. But the simple, like the ring, I was like, oh, this makes sense. Ring on the guy, put it up to the door. It's like the only thing they've gotten. They'll get this instantly. I was like, are they actually going to move past this room? Jesus, that's lovely. No, hey, that's good. Yes, the ring, the ring you got from the mage. Presumably that's its purpose. The only item that was on the mage that you could take does indeed open the door. The door begins to just swing open very slowly. I'll give you all a moment to recover yourselves before we start the next room.
No. The, like, judgment of our stupidity that is dripping from your voice is killing me.
I would like to just take a quick moment and ponder the wisdom of wizards. Wow.
Sometimes overcomplicated things aren't always the way. No, it's
Uses,
fine.
who uses a ring as a key? Honestly.
Right? So
So dumb.
crazy.
These
Ridiculous.
NPCs that I made up and ideas that I came up with. So stupid.
I've got the church giggles now. It's over.
The door swings open. It is now wide enough for the room to be revealed. Who is standing in the front?
Nigel,
Do you
he
guys?
opened
I
it.
will. Sorry, I'll let you reconfigure. It's a slow opening door. If you want to reconfigure where you're standing or how you're standing, I will let you do that before the door finishes opening.
I
I
could
mean, I feel like
step
that's
in.
up to Nigel. Nigel, do you jump back? Do you stand there?
Oh, I definitely step back. I'm a gentleman. Ladies always go first.
Okay, nice.
What
Classy
a
lad.
shit.
Classy
One
lad.
word for it.
Guess that means I go second.
All right,
Could
fine.
I've got a bird sandwich formation.
The bird sandwich.
Yeah.
A rare one, but not completely unseen
Yeah.
in the Wayfarers group. Yeah, the door opens up. You see inside the room, it is nearly completely dark. There is one torch on the very back wall. You can see underneath it there is a pedestal with an antler. This one is blue. There's a blue antler that is sitting atop this pedestal. Your guy's dark vision seems to not work while in this room. So you can't see what's in there. Though you do feel a presence from inside the room.
Do you think it's enchanted with some darkness magic, Mr. Nigel? We can't see shit in here.
I can never see shit in here. Your night vision isn't working?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Can we tell if there are torches anywhere in there?
There's the one torch at the very back of the room, which is just over top of the blue antler. The light doesn't seem to permeate out too far. It's able to light maybe only like a 5-foot area around it. So think of like a little 5-foot half circle coming off of the wall. That's lit up. And the light from the torches from the hallway that you guys were in does not seem to permeate into the room either.
Could I use thaumaturgy to increase the light on that? To see if we can't get a better view?
I don't know, can you? Is that something you can do?
I mean, thaumaturgy is something I can do. I've never had a chance, really good time to use it, but I feel like this could be it. Because a lot of what it does, like, Nigel does better.
Yes, you can. You can try to, anyways.
Okay, I would like to attempt that.
You see the torch on the other side of the wall, or sorry, the other side of the room flare up, but it doesn't seem as if the light that it shines increases at all.
All right. Definitely some magic there, guys. It's just not penetrating the way I'd like it to.
Whoa. So, is there a way to dispel this darkness?
So the light's not penetrating at all.
No.
Not into the room. Not maybe more than just a step or two into the room. Quickly, the light is sort of cast out.
Can I roll an Arcana or something to if I know anything about this?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I've got a 6 + 6, 12.
Yeah, you recognize this as the spell Darkness, which is, I believe that's actually, I think it's literally actually just called Darkness. Yeah, basically for the duration of it, no light can sort of, or sorry, do you know the spell Darkness, or?
I don't have it myself, no.
You don't have it, do you, right? Okay. And what did you get on your roll?
I do. I've got
12.
that cantrip.
You have Darkness, the spell?
Yeah. 2nd level evocation.
Wait, you can do magic?
You actually do. Oh my god.
I have
all
Hellish
right.
Rebuke, Darkness, and Thaumaturgy. You don't even know. I'm a very talented
Well, you never
tiefling.
use it. How am I supposed to know?
I have seen you blind drunk, and even then I haven't seen you use any of these. Wow.
Okay, thaumaturgy, it's always like, okay, that's really good for, a lot of it is really good for distractions, right? But your pigs and sexy ladies are way better, so I don't
true.
use that. I do use Hellish Rebuke on occasion, but I haven't had a lot of reason to cast Darkness because we haven't been trying to conceal much. And a creature with dark vision can't see through it, so I can't cast it to like hide myself to attack because I can't see through it. So,
Yes.
but I have it.
Well, I can't talk shit because I didn't take half damage from slashing, bludgeoning, and piercing for the first season, so...
That's true. You are actually, I didn't realize you knew that. So Mendax, you recognize what this is. This is the spell Darkness. Non-magical light and creatures with dark vision cannot see, and non-magical light will not illuminate. But if you have any source of sort of magical light, which presumably is why the torch on the other side is able to illuminate anything at all, because they are minorly enchanted.
Yeah, so you guys, this is a magical darkness. We've got, I mean, we either need magical light or we've got to cover the source of the darkness. And that's the only way to see through it. Magical light, cover the source of the darkness. If you do that, it blocks the darkness. If you get the light, it can see through it. But it has to be magic light.
Does
I
Nigel have
don't
a-
want to be. I can fire firebolts. That's all. I mean, it's a magical glimmer. But Ribbons, do you have any way of creating light?
He says, no. As I look through my spells, he doesn't. No, he does not.
Yeah, I can create bonfires. I can create firebolts, but about it.
I can speak Infernal.
Okay.
Does a
That's
bonfire
great.
count as a magic fire because it is created by magic?
Magic fire. Or magic light is all it says. So up to interpretation.
I'm gonna create a bonfire then just on the very edge of the darkness closest to us. So basically, I don't want to just throw it blind into the room, but just kind of on the edge, close to us, just inside the darkness.
Sure. You cast the bonfire just inside of the room. The darkness does seem to fade away, not completely, but the light does from the bonfire does work. What is the range of bonfire? Does it say anything like that? Does it give you any of that information for like light or anything, or do I just have to? I don't think it says.
I don't think it
range.
does. No, it just kind of says how far I can cast it. It fills a 5-foot
Okay.
cube. Yeah.
We'll say that it'll illuminate up to like a 5-foot cube of literal fire. Probably a pretty decent amount of the room, honestly. A little bit over halfway of the room is illuminated, sort of in that a little bit of a semicircle there. You see that the room is empty, except for a single solitary figure that's crouched and hunched over in the center of the room. You can see it is a humanoid of some sort, and that they have extremely ragged and long hair that's sort of flowing down from their head. They have sort of their clothes are a simple gray and mixture of black. They're all in tatters and pieces as if they've been ripped. And the figure itself, as you can see from their arms, they're fairly large. They would stand about probably around 7 feet. They are currently in like a gallows shackle, though, where they sort of have this wood clamped over their hands and their head to prevent them from moving, and that is chained to the ground. When the light touches them, they sort of, you hear a very low chuckle. You bandits back for more, then?
What? We're not the bandits. We've been fighting the bandits. Who are you?
He'll say, "Come closer, and I'll show you who I am."
It's good to meet you. Come closer. My name is Carl the Kenku, the Birdbarian, biggest and thickest of birds, and I'm joined by my comrades Mendax, the Tiefling Rogue, and Nigel, the Human Wizard, and Ribbons, the Goblin Cleric. It's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance.
He doesn't say anything. He'll sort of just... You can hear his back sort of cracking as he moves a little bit and his chains begin to rattle.
He's not going to say anything?
Nope.
No.
I'm not going to move forward, but I do want to call out. Are you creating the darkness, or have they cast it upon you?
Let me think for a moment. He'll say, "The darkness follows me everywhere. It is my constant companion."
That's awesome.
Step into the light so that I can see you better.
I'm fine with stepping forward. Totally not scared.
Okay. Yeah, do you step forward?
Yeah.
I'm going to quietly draw my bow.
I'm
Just, you
very
know,
nervously
back out
holding
of the
my wand
light.
at the ready, and I am very certainly not stepping within the area where the dark was before.
Okay.
Hello.
How close are you getting, Cole? Are you just stepping? None of you have stepped into the room yet. I just want that to be a.
Could I just stand next to the bonfire so I'm visible but not on fire?
Yeah, you can step next to the bonfire. Absolutely. So you step into the room. You feel a absolutely chilling presence and a sort of aura of dread surround you. Give me a wisdom save.
Wise bird.
Mm-hmm.
18 plus 2 is 20.
Okay. 18 plus 2, yeah. Okay, 20. Yeah. You are able to sort of keep yourself stalwart as you move in, and you do not run for terror, out of terror, rather. But you fear, or rather, you feel this sort of dread and fear. You sort of choke it back. Muster up your courage. You don't know why you're so afraid. He's just chained there in the center of the room. He sort of crooks his neck a little bit to the side, and you can see he's got sort of a very, very square-looking face. His jaw is very pronounced, and he has teeth, sort of sharp, sort of canine teeth that come up over the top of his upper lip. And you can also see, as his hair sort of swipes away to one side as he moves his neck, that he's wearing a blindfold. He has sort of this just single strip of either leather or some simple gray cloth that covers his eyes. He says, Put that pesky light out. I can't see you.
Shall I do it, Carl?
Sure. Perhaps this person has sensitive eyes. We all have our downsides.
And out goes the flame.
Oh, my God. The special effects budget.
It's
through the roof.
bananas.
Yeah.
Through the roof. The graphics work that has to go into these. Whew.
Pyrotechnics.
It's incredible.
Yep.
It is truly incredible.
Neck level.
As the bonfire goes out, you are instantly surrounded in a veil of darkness. Your dark vision does not work. It is one of the very few times that you have been sort of put into a completely... You can't see your hand an inch away from your face. You can see nothing. Gives me that wisdom save one more time.
Wise bird.
Just for Carl?
Just for Call. He's the only one in the room.
4 plus 2 is 6.
Instinctually, you take 2 steps back and into the light of the hallway.
Nope, fuck that.
Yeah. Nope. I'm not doing it. And he'll say,
Yeah, no.
you hear from the center of the room. He doesn't talk in a loud voice, but all of you can hear him very, very clearly. It's almost like talking quietly so that you focus and you pay attention. You can hear him say, one of the bird kind. So far from home. What are you doing here?
No. Well, there's a village that's been ransacked by these fucking bandits. And they wanted some of the rations and supplies that had been stolen from them. So we're on a reconnaissance mission, more or less.
He'll say, You bandits are getting more clever with your lies. I'm entertained, nonetheless. Come step a little closer, maybe even a few more steps this time, and we can truly have a face-to-face.
Why are
Do
you
you
so...
really think we're bandits? Us, really? Have you not looked and smelt them? Surely. I mean, we've been in here for a while fighting, but we can't smell that bad. Not like the wretches that we've been fighting.
And he'll let out a long, just like, oh yes, I can certainly smell the blood on you.
What is it that you want?
What is it that you want? He'll say, peace, quiet, just the same as everyone else.
That's fair. Why are you in here?
This is my home.
Why'd you chain yourself down like that in your home? That's weird.
Because if I don't, then I would become no better than the bandits, I'm afraid.
Due to lack of self-control?
Yes, something like that.
No. Have you tried meditation? Maybe count
Yeah,
your
he
breaths?
He won't say anything.
No.
There's some really good breathing exercises I could recommend.
Can I go in again?
Sure. As you step into the darkness again, you sort of are. Your vision is taken from you. Give me a wisdom save.
18 plus 2 is 20.
Yeah, you're able to sort of steel yourself against the wave of dread that hits you.
Totally not scared.
You're back. It is a difficulty to step into my light, I know. How brave you are.
Yeah. Pretty cool place you've got here. It's very unique. I've never been in a room so dark. I can't see shit.
How about you take a few more steps forward?
Have you ever thought that what you say to people is really creepy?
Have you ever thought of the people you've killed in your life?
Yes, I was actually grappling with my morality just a few moments ago.
It's a shame to have to turn to such nefarious ways to make a living in this world.
It is.
To make a live, can we hear him?
Yeah, you can all hear him.
To make a living. We're not doing this to make a living. We're doing this so that other people, good people, may live. This is not a job. It's a calling.
A
Also-
calling to become a bandit. I've never heard something so ridiculous in my life.
How many times do we have to tell you we're not the bandits? The blood you smell is bandit blood. We may have allegedly relieved some of them of their lives on the way in here. We are not the bandits.
He'll say, well, then you have nothing to fear from me. Prove it. Come unlock my shackles.
You prove we have nothing to fear from you first. Tell
Well,
us why you're in those
you
shackles.
have everything to fear from me.
Why? What do we have to fear exactly? How far will this darkness spread if we let you out?
He'll remain quiet.
Hey, Ribbons.
Interest-
Any thoughts on this character?
He'll sort of, like, jolt back to reality as if he was just distracted thinking of something else. Oh, he sounds very nice.
Indeed. What is your name?
You hear him breathe just for a few moments. And he'll say, Gothel.
Well, it's good to meet you, Mr. Gothel. Why do you want me to?
Indeed.
Why do you want me to step forward further? What purpose?
It's been so long since I've had company.
Can I step forward?
Yeah, you can. You take another five foot step forward, or just another 5 feet of distance. Give me another wisdom save.
Yeah. 19 plus 2 is 21.
You are able to sustain yourself against once again the wave of terror. You feel as if there's things moving around you, like you can't see anything, but you have this sense that there are things that are moving around you. It's difficult. If you didn't see him in the middle of the room, you would not be able to pinpoint that that's where he was speaking from. His voice shifts from being inside the room to different spots in the room.
Can I share something with you, Gothel?
Sure.
I have a darkness in me as well. And this darkness was the cause that I was cast out from my people and banished entirely from even being able to see or hear them. Do you ever feel lonely with your darkness?
He'll say, quite the contrary. I feel quite comfortable with my darkness.
Then why'd you
Yes,
invite me?
I can see something inside of you, my avian friend.
Like a gizzard?
Something... gizzards, guts, and entrails, but something else as well. Something that doesn't sit right with you at all times, does it?
Maybe. I don't know what you're talking about. The demon soul?
Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
Yes. This demon soul that you have within. Does it ever trouble you?
Yeah.
Would you like it to not trouble you anymore?
No, it's kind of awesome. Whenever I let it have a little bit of fun, I get all fired up.
And my voice sounds like this.
So I wouldn't say it's wholly a bad thing. It's kind of weird, and other people don't have it.
You can hear this chain sort of clinking around as he shifts a little bit again. Well, if you say so.
Why?
Don't you ever get worried?
I'm worried all the time. I'm worried talking to you. Worrying is fine.
Worried you might hurt people you care about?
I just slashed Midnax through the leg earlier. Of course I'm worried
Can
about hurting
confirm.
people.
And was that an accident, or maybe a little slip of the hand?
Isn't that what an accident is?
Well, there's accidents, and then there's... You can kind of get the sarcasm in his voice. There's accidents. Was that truly a mistake, you hurting your friend?
Yes.
Was that something else within you, wanting to hurt those around you?
Well, there was this one-eyed monster, and it was kind of scary. To be honest, maybe a bit scarier than you. Not to make you jealous or anything, but yeah, I was a little bit caught off guard.
As you say that, I mean, you're still terrified.
Oh,
You're
I know. It's a bluff.
Yeah. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to roll a bluff?
Sure.
Give me a deception check.
I have a +4. Pretty perceptive bird. Pretty deceptive bird. It's a 5 plus a 4 is 9.
You don't get the sense that he believed you, but
No. Not the best bluff.
all I'm trying to say, my friend, is what if you do lose control one day for good? What if that thing within you takes over and you don't even realize it?
Yeah. What if a bright
Maybe it
light
already
starts?
has.
What if a bright light starts pouring into this room? It burns your eyes out. And then a big fire dragon comes down the hallway and kills you. I can play the what if game too. What are you trying to scare me into, buddy?
Just wanting to be friends.
That's a very weird start to a friendship.
I get the sense you're a very weird person. Why don't you take a few steps closer? Give me a wisdom save.
5 plus 2 is 7.
For some reason, stepping closer sounds like a really good idea.
Yeah, sure. I'll step forward a bit.
Okay, give me another wisdom save.
15 plus 2 is 17.
You are still able to keep your sanity within this sort of veil of terror. Nigel, Mendax, are you guys doing anything during all this?
I've still got an arrow notched in my bow because I don't trust this guy. But I am just kind of waiting to see where this goes because I do feel like Carl is holding his own here. I don't feel like he's getting anything over on Carl at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't feel the need to interject. I'd like to be like, checking my 6, checking my 3 and my 9. Just
check the 6, 3, 9, 430, 230, 215. Yep.
147.
11 and a quarter.
Things like that. Exactly. Checking all of the times.
I got it.
So, just head on a swivel the whole time because I don't know what the hell is going on.
Okay. How about you, Nigel?
I'm definitely just sitting back and absorbing it all and trying to analyze this creature who he didn't give us a name yet, did he?
He did.
Oh, it's
Gothel.
Gothel. Right?
Gothel.
Gothel.
Yeah, Gothel.
Okay,
Same
so
name as the
do I know
mother-
any creatures that? Sorry.
Sorry, same name as a mother entangled, and she stabbed a motherfucker. So, dangerous.
You've seen through my tricks.
I knew you were a secret Disney fanatic.
Gotta be honest, came up with that
Oh no,
all on my own, or
It's a
was
fucking-
subconsciously influenced.
No, it's a badass name. I didn't think
Good
it was
name.
like stolen. I thought you just came up with it. And I was like, that's a fucking great name. And it also is one of the names of one of the best fucking Disney villains of all time. The only one who actually ever stabs someone. Bitch, who just shanked a motherfucker. It's a badass name. It put me on
Okay.
edge for
Good.
sure.
Nice.
1000%.
It was very metal. It was very you. So I do expect next week us to meet, maybe a wizard or a sorcerer shoots ice magic. Her name might be Ella, maybe, and then we can,
You come again like a siren on the ocean, and her name is Ariel.
You guys have been playing in a Disney adventure the whole time. Under the sea.
Can we find a
Can you
lamp at the end
please-
of this dungeon that gives us wishes, please?
Exactly.
Can the next torch be a candelabra that speaks in a French accent?
Yes.
we do need a Lumiere to get us through this bloody darkness.
Sorry,
But,
everyone, we had to do
That
this.
probably would work.
This is part of the Disney sponsorship. We need to fill a little bit of time talking about it to pay for the pyrotechnics of this episode.
Yep. Hey, you gotta plug where you gotta plug, man. You gotta earn that bread. You step forward, and Mendax, Nigel, and I guess Ribbons as well, technically, you realize you no longer can hear Call or Gothel. Call, you don't feel you can still hear him, and he can still hear you.
But I wouldn't know that they can't hear us.
No, they haven't said anything, so to you, they've just been quiet this whole time.
So what's up? I'm here. What do you want?
I want to be set free.
But you said you wanted to stay here.
I said this was my home. I didn't say I wanted to stay.
What?
Do you want to stay in your home?
I don't
Didn't you
know.
leave all those years ago?
I can't go back to my home.
No, you can't. Set me free, Call. Maybe you can go back to your home, after all.
I sort of gulp loudly to myself. By the way, you haven't given us any reason to trust you.
You haven't given me any reason to trust all of you. Yet here I am putting my faith in some complete strangers.
Asking to be
Gosh.
unchained isn't exactly putting faith in someone.
Well, if you're truly not bandits like I think you are, it shouldn't be an issue to unchain me then, would it? I'm obviously no friend of theirs being chained up in such a place, right? Wouldn't make any sense.
Can you lift the darkness so that you have all cards on the table here? This isn't really a fair playing field as I can't see shit.
You said you were cursed, right, Cole?
Not necessarily. I drank a potion and it had some weird side effects.
I mean the banishment from your village.
Oh yeah, that's a curse. Probably.
I should say I have a curse too, then.
Who put the curse on you?
Well, now we're getting a little too personal.
I just told you my whole
Mendax and
backstory.
Nigel, you've not heard from them for like a solid 15 seconds now. You want to do anything?
I will inch into the darkness.
Okay, give me a wisdom save as you step into the room.
+18 +5.
Courageously, you step in, boldly so. The fear is still...
Fucking Nigel.
Yeah, the fear is still making your fingers tremble a little bit, but you step into the darkness and it is now completely pitch black. You can hear them both again. Mendax, what do you want to do? You see Nigel disappear into a veil of shadow.
Shit, I'm going to call out that Carl, Nigel.
Nigel and Call, you do not hear anything.
I'm going to spew out a very long stream of obscenities, which I will not repeat here. Just imagine that.
Okay. Understood. Let the
And
record
then
show.
I'm going to look at Ribbons. Like, Ribbons. If you
Yes?
don't... I'm going in. If you don't hear from us in 5 minutes, probably dead. So you might as well come in.
I shall mourn you thusly.
Oh, that's so cute. Thank you. Okay. No, it's
You're
really wonderful. I
welcome.
love ribbons. All right, got you
he
ribbons.
just- yep. Good
Okay.
luck.
All right, I'm going to so walking in now, and I can't see anyway. I'm gonna before I walk in, I'm going to stash my bow and the arrow I had notched, and I'm going to pull out the rapier and the sneaky prick.
Okay. Got it.
Be fully armed, and then I will also step into the darkness.
Sure, give me a wisdom save.
Mother dick. Okay. 19 plus 1 is a 20.
Yeah, very courageous. You step into the darkness. Do you step after Nigel, or do you step to the side of? There's sort of like it's like a fairly large opening. You could fit 2 people next to each other. Do you step where Nigel stood, or did you walk to the other side?
I'm going to go towards where Nigel stood because I want to make sure I have the best chance of like being close to one of my mates. Because I don't know where they're at. But I don't have I'm not holding the swords forward.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm not,
you
like,
bump
walking
into
forward like
Nigel,
this.
though. Yeah, you bump into Nigel as he's literally just taken one step in and has stopped. Nigel, you feel something like bump into you and knock you forward a little bit. Give me a wisdom save with disadvantage. As something has hit you out of the darkness and you're kind of afraid.
Disadvantage means I have to roll twice, right?
And take the lowest
take
one.
the lowest.
Yes.
First one's 20, god damn it.
Woo!
Ooh.
Second one's
Balls.
5. Plus
5.
wisdom saving throw. I have a lot of wisdom. 5 plus 5, 10.
Okay. You choke back a scream and yelp out as you cover your hands to your mouth. You realize quickly that was probably Mendax who stepped in after you.
You scared the shit out of me.
Sorry about that.
Call, you can hear them now as well. They're not that far away from you. I mean, you're only like 10 feet in.
Oh, hey guys. I was just talking with Gothel here.
I was yelling your names. And yours too, Nigel. Neither of you answered me.
That's because... Wait, why is that?
Sorry about that. That's probably my fault. Tricky thing, this darkness. Covers up all manner of things.
Can you switch it off?
Can you switch off your curse, Call?
The Kenku curse, no. The demon soul rage, yes.
Well, then neither can I, I'm afraid.
So you were cursed?
Sure. Yeah. Sounds about right. I
You
mean, what
weren't
is a
born-
curse anyways?
Curse is something someone puts upon you. So you weren't born with this darkness, is what you're saying.
It's wonderful to see you two. I was wondering what you look like.
Mm-hmm.
And are you? And I step forward. Now that I get a closer look. Oof. Who regrew your teeth? Those look even worse than the ones that the Night Mother gave me.
Give me a wisdom save.
Five plus 5, 10.
As you step forward, the terror becomes more and more oppressive. So you say that, but you say it with one of the shakiest voices you've ever had. Who regrew your teeth?
Sorry, he has a respiratory problem.
Yeah, that happens when people get near me, I suppose. So which one of you's gonna unchain me then? How about you? Nice looking lady.
Now don't be a
look
creeper.
around. Because I don't think I've ever been described as a lady before, so I'm not really sure who he's talking to.
And similarly with Call, you feel you hear his voice appearing from other areas in the room every time he talks. It's never from that center.
All right, Gothel. If we unchain you, and we are not bandits, you say we're safe. Will you only take your vengeance on the bandits, or will this darkness that you have affect everyone and everything?
Well, as strong as I think I am, I don't believe I have that kind of power. If you unchain me, I promise I'll leave you alone.
If we unchain you, will you help us clear the rest of this bandit stronghold? We're trying to save the good people of this world, the people that these bandits have stolen from, the people that these bandits have murdered. And we'd like this place, a stronghold. If it's your home, are you willing to share it with the good people, the people who would not be chaining you up? Could they find safety here?
Give me a persuasion check.
One question. In this room, can we see any stuff? Is it a library? Is it a dungeon?
From
it too dark
the
to tell?
from the bonfire that you lit earlier, it was empty, except for him being chained to the center. And then the pedestal on the other side, where there's that one magical torch, and the blue antler. Besides that, you can't see anything else in the room. It's a magical darkness that you can't see anything past that. What'd you get for your persuasion?
I got an 18 plus 8. 26.
That is pretty persuasive. That's about as persuasive as you could get. He says, I might be able to be convinced to help you.
Maybe it's
Anything
not so
to
bad
sweeten
after
the
all.
deal?
Besides your freedom, what is it that you desire?
What do you have to give?
I have a great quiche recipe.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
How do you know
He
that?
hasn't given it to you yet.
What? How do you know that?
I thought we were friends, Call. I can't believe you'd lie to me.
What? In my
So I didn't actually giggle. That was a meta giggle.
my
It was a
equipment
meta giggle. My character does not laugh
Mendax would never giggle.
in this situation.
my equipment says that I have it. Did I not get it? I wasn't trying to bullshit.
No, the quiche recipe is... No, I mean, yeah, no, the guy hasn't given it to you yet. He said he was going to tell you what it was, I believe.
I thought he did give it to him.
No, did he? I didn't think he did. In my
I thought
notes...
he wrote it down and he took
Did
it. I could be completely wrong, but that was
thought-
I thought he wrote.
I
the
could
guy
also
wrote
be
it
wrong, because
down.
that's something I literally made up on the spot. But I swore that I thought he was writing it, was going to give it to you when you returned.
No, I legit thought
Oh,
he
okay.
wrote it and gave it to him. Then, and when we returned, we were going to take him to safety.
Ah, just kidding then.
Psych.
No, I don't think I want that.
I have some questionable poisonous mushrooms.
He'll say, I don't want anything you have on you right now. All I would like in the future is a favor.
What kind of favor?
I don't know yet. Promise me a favor in the future, and I will help you clear out the rest of these bandits.
There are a lot of fucked up favors you could ask. It's hard to give a blanket yes to that.
Well, one of you already has done that to someone.
What? What do you mean?
Isn't that right, Nigel? Didn't you promise a favor to someone in the past?
I have, but it's not something I make a habit out of.
Well, I mean, what's one more?
It's
Up to you guys.
It's a crazy deal. We free you, and then you get a favor as well. What do you want, a milkshake too?
No, I'm okay.
No.
Thank you, though. Very kind of you to offer. You're so generous.
No.
So how about it?
Before we answer, what were you doing in the years before you were put in these stocks?
Wandering.
Did that wandering cause pain and suffering to anything else?
Has your wandering caused pain and suffering to anything?
Yeah.
Nothing that didn't
yes.
deserve it.
Well,
The boat deserved it. Allegedly.
He'll agree. He'll say, well, then I have caused a bit of pain and suffering in my time as well. In fact, you're asking me to cause that once again.
well, I would say I'm getting some pretty weird and off-putting vibes from you. And it's making me less inclined to acquiesce to your requests.
Well, keep in mind, that's not my request. You asked me for help. I was simply giving my terms. Is that so wrong of me to do?
Not necessarily. It was more a critique of your delivery, actually.
And you
Critique
were
noted.
asking for our help in order to unchain you, were you not?
That I did ask for, yes. I'm a simple person. I just want my freedom. I'm a good person, too, I would like to say. And if you're
Well-
truly not bandits, I don't see any reason you wouldn't free me.
Did the bandits chain you?
Yes?
How did they overcome you?
There was a lot of them. There's a lot less now. But there were a lot then.
There's a lot less after we've come through here as well, to be fair. Taken out at least 40.
Accurate.
Proud of that, are we? Nice.
There's at least 50 sleeping back there as well, so plenty more if you feel like a bit of revenge, but I guess we don't need to hold you to it. As long as the enemy of my enemy is my friend holds true. If you promise not to harm us, then we will, but we'll need to go our separate ways because we can't see anything in here. And whenever you're near us, I'll have to put bonfires down, and I know that blinds you, or at least it seems to.
What manner of creature
fair.
are you, if we might ask? No offense meant.
I think I started as a human.
And
What
then?
I am now, I really can't say. Something beyond that? Something beneath that, maybe?
Hmm.
Is this something that was done to you?
You have a lot of questions. Am I that interesting?
Yeah, you're very
Yes.
interesting.
Actually, yeah. Yeah, you really are.
Yes. You don't really answer things straightforwardly. It's almost like everything you say just creates more questions. Honestly, it's bloody mysterious right
You
to the
just
core, I've
gave
got
a
to
straight
say.
answer. We'd probably be done by now.
Well, you gotta have fun in your life.
That is
Sorry, what
very-
was the question?
What are
asked-
you?
And if this
I'm-
was done to you,
Well, I'm Gothel. There are things that have been done to me and things I've done to myself.
have you ever heard of a Lich King?
Why do you wait? Where did you get the name Lich King? I'm just curious. Why do you call it that? The Lich? Just the Lich.
Oh,
is what
sorry.
people
Yeah,
call it.
just a Lich. Sorry,
Okay,
not Lich
all right,
King.
all right.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay,
Nezul.
it's
Arthas
yeah, a bit of a
Menethil
blizzard.
is.
Yeah. Sorry.
Love it.
Too much Blizzard lore. Have you ever heard of a Lich?
Certainly.
Have you ever come across one?
one? Like when you say one, do you mean just one in general, or do you mean specifically the one that you guys encountered?
I mean, really, I'd like to know specifically the one that we encountered, but I don't know how to differentiate that, like, Lich Alpha versus.
He says, maybe. I can't particularly say if I have or I haven't. I don't know the backgrounds of every person and creature I've met in this world.
So that's a yes.
Could be. Have you?
Oh, absolutely. And that's why I know if I hadn't come across a Lich King, I'd be able to say absolutely not. But if I had and I didn't want to tell someone, I would probably say, I can't tell you for sure.
Well, I just don't want to lie to my new friends. I don't know for sure. I don't know what a lich really looks like. We are friends, right?
No,
Friends know each other's names.
we're
You don't know any
acquaintances.
of ours.
We just
Sure,
met.
I do. You're Mendax, you're Nigel, and you're Cole. We're fast friends already.
No acquaintances. Friendship is built over experiences and trust, over time, and that takes dedicated effort and sacrifice. All you've done is say riddles in the darkness.
Well, maybe I'm your friend, but you're not my friend yet.
You're a silly goose, that's what you are.
Mendax, you hear, only you hear.
Why don't you take a few steps closer?
Give me a wisdom save.
It's a 3 + 1, total of 4.
Nice. You think that sounds like a great idea.
Mother dicks.
As you take a few steps forward, give me another wisdom save.
I'm gonna strut though.
Okay, sure.
Alright, it's an 18 + 1 this time.
And you're just as courageous as before.
I'm really brave doing stupid things.
Yeah, apparently. You hear his sort of neck and bones creak and crack again as he shifts around. And the chains start to, once again, rattle as he moves a bit.
Alright, Gothel. I mean, you want out. We don't want to leave anyone here who's been abused by the bandits. And we want to clear these caves. In the future, if you were to ask a favor of me, and this favor could not be, there will be stipulations, because I am doing you the greater favor here, the greater service. We're going through this dungeon regardless. You're only making a task easier. If we walk out of here, you are chained here forever. We are doing you the greater service. But if I were to agree to a favor in the future, this favor, the stipulations would be, it cannot be blatant murder. It cannot be any of the serious R's, ravaging, reaping, or reaping minus the E. None of those.
Oh!
Domestic foraging, as long as it's me doing it, totally fair.
I got an idea.
What was it called?
Nigel, you learned a little bit of pact magic, right?
Indeed.
We could make a pact with him so he doesn't try to pull some shit on us.
That's true.
That's a really good one. If we make a pact with him before we set him free, just to protect everyone else. I also don't want to set him free, have him help us clear this cave, and then have him go decimate the population within a 50-mile radius.
Okay. Did you say those things to him though, Mendax?
I said the first things, and the second things about the 50-mile radius, I said turned to Carl and
Yeah.
Nigel once Carl said the pact magic. But, you know, I could
think
get
that
Gothel's
sounds-
reaction to, like, just, you know,
Sure.
general not being shitty person deal.
He'll sort of, you can hear his chains clinking as he shifts, and you feel somehow he's shifted his direction towards you, Nigel. And he says, "How about it, Nigel? You want to make a pact with me?"
A simple one whereby I set the terms. Yes,
That is how it works, no?
indeed.
And only you'll hear, Nigel.
Then take a few steps closer.
Give me a wisdom save.
Wise wizard. Strong wizard.
So brave. Balls of steel.
7 plus
Gargantuan
5.
lats.
You think stepping forward sounds like a really good idea.
Okay.
Give me another wisdom save.
20 plus 5, 25.
Incredibly courageous. Stalwart, you stopped shaking, in fact. You feel so confident.
Nice.
Yet that sudden loss of control of myself, I don't feel too confident with, and this whole scenario of being blinded, it's quite creepy. I'm gonna just throw a bonfire down in front of me at my feet. Like, not
Sure.
right underneath me, but just, you know, next to me, basically.
Yeah, you throw the bonfire down, and it lights up the room instantly. You can see, Nigel, you're standing literally a few inches away from Mendax and from Call, and you're all directly right in front of Gothel, who's on the ground. It seems like you've only taken a few steps, but you're about 30 feet into the room at this point.
Holy shit.
And he sort of turns his face upwards. You can see he has a very sort of scruffy old beard, and he has these sort of gigantic long claws, these sharp teeth that poke up, and his blindfold. Underneath it, you can see some blood sort of seeping out from underneath, like where his eyes would be.
And he says, was wondering when you were going to do that. Bandits after all, then, eh? That's a shame.
And we'll go ahead and call it there for the session tonight and have to continue next time, as it looks like that's about as much time as we have.
What a creepy bastard. Wow. Well, there's an interesting one. This Gothel character.
Oh, I am like so wired right now.
Yep.
Ah.
Oh my god.
God damn it, Nigel! Now he's gonna fucking dark all of our assholes. Like,
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't ready to be licking the fucking guy's arsehole for the next half an hour doing everything he said. Not down with being someone's thrall, mate.
oh,
Is Gothel
Well-
a very off-putting and creepy hero? Or is he a wicked creature that's trying to mind control the party to their own demise? We'll have to find out.
We'll have to wait and see.
We had some pretty brave rolls there.
Yeah, it was almost perfect. You guys would perfectly fail the influence to walk closer into the room, and perfectly succeed the will save to not run away in terror.
Yeah.
It was great. You guys, like, it's almost like you lied about your rolls. It was like too perfect. I'm like, damn, this is great. Not even a single person. Fantastic.
nah, Cole failed it once. He had to run back out the room.
He did, but he went right back
Yeah.
in. This guy. Cheeky
Wayfarers
bird.
ain't no bitches, man.
That's true. That's true. Well, wonderful. I had such a fun time with this session, and I hope you guys did too. We'll be back to see more of Gothel next time, though.
Ladies and gentlemen, every other Thursday-ish, 9 p.m. Pacific time, we'll see you for episode 9 coming up of Wayfarers.